Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever. Now, for the last, I don't know how many episodes, we've been working on trying to complete our second effective loop in the game, and the good news is we've managed to get that done. Massive progress has been made. We've got, all the money in the world. We've got 145 million. That's pretty significant. Well, I'm sure the money can go higher. But we've certainly got enough to kind of fulfill the project requirements that we have. So what have we got built? Just as a quick recap. So we've basically got, actually, let's call up the lines list here, and we're only focusing on on trains at the moment. So we've got Holsworthy running back and forth, which is running down here on this glamorous kind of white and green section. You should be familiar with that. That's where we started. We've then got the Loftus full and reverse, which took us ages to figure out how to actually get that working, but it finally got to the point where it now is. And then we've got the Waltham Abbey full and reverse, which at the moment isn't quite profitable. But it's also it's one of the most recent lines that we've set up. So it could be that it's just taking a little while to tick along. Not to mention the fact that it is also taking in some of the smaller towns that are actually on our network. So I'm hopeful that will build up over time. So Waltham Abbey, what have we got? 4 and 3 waiting on there. It's not tremendous numbers, is it? Let's see if we can find an actual service that's running on here. Here we go. Currently chasing this Peterbilt. What have we got? 22. Yeah, so it's not got terrific numbers of passengers yet, but this is a fairly neglected area of our transport system. These trucks doing their thing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so what's the next project? Because we've literally just finished one off. So the next project, pretty obviously, I mean, you can look at here and kind of go, what's the next project, I wonder, in 1994? Could it possibly be to withdraw this steam train from service? I think it might be. So that's the Clay Cross service right there. And this is another exciting route. Oh, yeah. Trust me, I bring the excitement. Now we've made some start on it over here, so it's running into Maryport, back out to Clay Cross, and it's just shuttling between the two at the moment. And we cut through the hillside here, and I think I've only got some of it electrified already, because obviously we're going to be running electric services. Now the question is that going to? It looks like I've already done it. Okay, good. So, doesn't look like there's any need to find the electrical cable at the moment. Look at this queuing traffic. And this can only be because people are desperate to get from Maryport to Clay Cross. And the passenger services we're running at the moment are insufficient to meet that kind of demand. So, fret not, we shall deal with that. So, the dilemma I had when I started work on this was, so we've only got a single platform here, and while I could, start major demolition and put in a proper station with multiple platforms, frankly, I don't want to delete any more of the computer's own built stuff than I have to. So I'm going to leave that the hell alone, and we'll run a single station off there. But what I will do just before then is let's try and get a bridge going over the top. Go. Hopefully it'll connect up without drama. There we go. Lovely. And mash that out there. I always like to have multiple routes. Whoa, steady on, steady on. What do you mean too much curvature? What the hell are you talking about? There we go. Sometimes it's as simple as just going in the... What the... Have I got a really weird hill? There we go. Oh, right. That's you happier. Now shut up and get back to work. Where was I? Yeah, okay, yeah. Quick bridge. I like to provide more than one route across the tracks. That helps when I start to put kind of station-based services together, making sure we take in the whole town. Plus, they look cool. I mean, that's really all the justification you need. There you go. Look, and already I've got sidetracked into just smoothing out a little bit of former rail route. Actually, you're not doing a particularly good job there, are you? Just ease that down a little bit. So, the route that we're going to take is we're going to go from Maryport out to Claycross, which obviously is already established, and then from there, this one's actually going to be merging onto another existing line, and that's going to be interesting because there's absolutely no certainty that it's going to be easy. So here's the route. We go from Claycross out to Deal, out to Skelton, I think. Well, Skelton needs addressing, so yeah, out to Skelton, then to Lostwithiel, then to Worthing, and then back through Wallingford. So we jump onto the Wallingford main line here. And then, much like we did with Loftus, this puts us in a kind of a dilemma-based position, because coming in from Wallingford means you're going to be zipping up this track here, this side there. Heading out to Claycross means you need to be on this side here. So I think what we'll need to do is we'll need to then send it out this way through the tunnel, and then what's the big plan? And then probably Bingham out through Southwick, and then back through Claycross to Maryport. That's kind of a weird route, but I think it might work. I think it might work. You have no idea whether it'll work or not. All right. Well, there's no need to be quite so hard on yourself. So let's talk less and do more. Let's get something built. Shall I start with Southwick to Claycross? And off the back of that, I don't think Claycross Station is going to be big enough. In fact, I'm almost certain it's not going to be big enough. I don't want to delete it though. It's in a nice place. It's nicely nestled in. You've now built a bridge. And if that's not commitment to the cause, I don't know what it. We'll risk it. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll do Claycross out to Deal as our first move, and then from Deal we're going to Skelton. So really, the station wants to be right here, up against this kind of river edge. But that's got all kinds of road mayhem in the way already. Well, where are you going to put it then? I mean, the other good place to put it would be on the other side of the river, but then you've got to try and persuade people to come through, to come over the thing to get to it. All right, okay, let's do something different then. Where's Claycross pointing? It's pointing down there. So if I would, yeah, all right. Okay, so I didn't build a double station in Claycross because I would have had to delete a lot of buildings. So instead, I'm going to build a station in Deal where I have to delete a lot of buildings. I never said I was logical in any fashion at all. Right, let's... what do we got here? We're basically talking about making all of these people homeless. Brutal. Okay, fine. But I like it because everything's already built up around it. Is this a great idea? Well, it's too late to think about it now. You've started doing it. What else do I need to remove? Probably that one. No. Come on. Turn yellow, and then I will know. Maybe that one. There we go. Yeah, I don't recommend this. Just, you know, if you had any doubts in your mind, I honestly don't recommend it at all. It's a fantastic way to just basically all that money that you were saving up for years and years to try and get something going. It's a good way of throwing that away. Oh, that's my bus. That's why I can't do anything with that. All right, well, we'll worry about that in a moment. So let's bang the station in. That's a long old thing, isn't it? Spin, my friend, spin. No, don't clip just yet. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So we're basically just trying to find a kind of centralised place where that will do nicely, in order to make the most out of the kind of the street setup that's outside that's already in place. Okay, right. Let's upgrade that. Make sure that things can go at max speed. And then we're going to want to put in some other crossings here. And we're going to need to sort out the bus route. Yes. How do you plan on sorting out the bus route? Well, I'm going to, you know, do something with a road, presumably. There you go, that works. Let's go out as far as... I want to go in a straight line if possible, because obviously I've got to take the track across that now, and there we go, let's mash that onto there, do something. Well, let's get the track over first, and then worry about that afterwards. High-speed track over there. And so we're heading towards Skelton, which is over here, but we also need to be prepped to receive from Southwick. So, and with this river going on, I think potentially we want to cross the river, and then, I mean, look at this place, it's tiddly. Never going to make any money from that. Right, okay, let's, while we're in a developmental phase, let's work on getting this developing. Straight across the river, please. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, encouraging towns to grow in the right way is all important. In fact, I'm going to put the station in now as well, because that would be the sensible thing to do. The last thing I want is to have spent all this money on redeveloping the town, ready for it to be actually beneficial to a station, only to find that I then can't afford to build the station there. So what are we looking at? Something like that. Because obviously we've got a hard turn coming after Skelton, because we don't want to go off the edge of the map because there be dragons. And then we've got a massive loop around here, which we want to keep at high speed as much as possible to zip down here to Lostwithiel, which is miles away. Okay, this is actually going to be one of the more challenging tracks in terms of generating a profit, I fancy. But hey, we're up to a point now where everything is going swimmingly, so there's no harm in trying something a little more challenging. Ugliest road ever. Better. Let's take that, and then I just need to find another way for a bridge. That would be a good location, and unfortunately that means getting rid of those two. There we go. Nice. Smack that out to there, mash that into here, everybody's happy, and it's party time in Skelton. Right, good. So let's upgrade this station, and then we want to link this. In fact, I'm going to make the spur track to Southwick as well this time. Wow, you haven't even connected Claycross to Deal yet, and you're already lobbing stations in without a care in the world, you madman. Oh yeah, I know. Bananas, me. Right. Do we think... We're thinking Southwick. So Southwick, it could come from either side because there's no station there yet, which means it's going to be another expensive station build. Comes through this mountain, which is going to be expensive because that's a tunnel. And then we want to get onto here. So we're going to need to build enough track for it to merge on. Meanwhile, our next station is over there. Okay, so if I can get a point system working here, that could do the trick. But yes, okay. So this is possibly a piece of false thinking on my part. Oh, look, you had one that wasn't a terrain collision. Okay, this is going to be a split track bridge going on here. Have I left enough cornering room for Southwick? Not really. It would be better if it was up here. Alright, we'll do it up there then. So we need to get across the road. Well, although the road can be removed to serve my purposes, but something like that. There we go. That's what we want. What have we got? Come on, give us a route here. That looks like a route. So that's a bit steep as routes go, or rather the angle is a little steep. Alright, so the road is the first consideration, and then the river is the next. So that looks like it's not colliding the river. Or is it? No, that looks like it's colliding. Nuts. But it is colliding the road. Tricky. So, yeah, expect there to be a couple of episodes on this subject, because, as you can see already, to get this route set up is going to prove challenging, even to one with the patience and skills of mine. Right, now, can we double track that? I didn't think we'd be able to somehow. But you never know when you're going to get lucky. Alright, okay, well, can we spread a little now? I'm now worried about these two being so close together. We can move those around a bit. There we go, right. Oh, there. No, we had it. Take it. Right, alright, so we got two parallel going over there. So now, if we think about our main line here, and we'll treat the deal to Skelton as the main line, what are you colliding with? This is the easiest piece of road in the history of the world. And you're almost perpendicular to it, which should make it easier still. Don't play difficult with me just for the sake of it. Right, good. So that's that bit. And then we need to put this bit of road back in. Hopefully we can do that without deleting. Of course we can't. Of course it is not possible. Actually, to be honest, I think we're probably going to be better off going over the top of that, if possible. I don't know that I've left enough space for that to build the bridge in time. So that's where the bridge wants to go, and now we're looking at getting supports in there. And we need to delete a bit more road, I think. Right, up. Not enough space. No, well, this was always going to prove to be challenging. Do you want to go under it? All right, let's have a look. Yes, we do. Yeah, underpasses are awesome. There we go. We'll just stick a quick underpass in. Actually, that looks brilliant. Good. I should be doing more of this. And here we go. Here's another bad name check. Thank you very much for whoever it was suggested that not only can you use that system to build bridges over stuff, but you can also use it to build tunnels under stuff. And that's using M and N, basically. Is a quick demo. You already know, but I'm going to show you anyway. So if I hit M now, it builds that as a gradual bridge with the 2 points at the end to end anchored. Now if I use N, which takes it back down again, you can also go underground, and thereby making a nice smooth tunnel. Brilliant. Incredibly useful. That would have saved me so much griping about the game earlier on if I'd have just read a forum once. I possibly would have picked up on that. Right, what's going on here? Why are you trying to build me such excessive landworks? I mean, I guess they're necessary. And we are at the point now where good landworks are fine, because it's more important that we kind of maintain the integrity of flat track in order to keep train speeds up. There we go. That's looking nice. The people of Skelton, of course, should notice as we come in here. They should kind of go, hello. We're finally getting the Iron Horse, aren't you? Though. Right. I'm optimistic that station is not in a completely horrid location. In order to swoop round off the other side. Now, I mean, the one thing. If I just built an enormous hump in that track. Signs point to yes. Actually, it's relatively gentle. All right, let's try a test curve here. So we're heading out to that way. No, that way. All right. There we go. So this oil resource here is kind of where we're heading. Now, I've mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating. Is if you're going to put in, come on man, diction. It is worth, you know, if you've got slow curves that you need to put on your track, do them next to the stations, because that's where the trains are slowing down anyway. If I wiggle around for ages and ages trying to get it pointing in the right direction, I'm not helping myself, because although, yeah, sure, I mean, I could get it up to, where are we looking here, 117, 114, and be pointing in the right direction, but the curve is twice as long. So, you know, if I get to 77 here, there we go, there's a 77, well, that's the corner done in half the amount of time. So it doesn't matter that you can go double the speed, you've already got the corner done. That is the theory. And I approve of the theory so much I'm putting it into practice. There you go. How do you like that? I'll take you round as well. Right, so yeah, so trains coming in and out of here are going to have to, you know, hit the brakes coming around there. But if they're just leaving the station, then they're not going that fast anyway. If they're just entering the station, they're slowing down anyway. So so there's no pain to be had in kind of asking them to slow down a little bit in advance. Now, can I get across here without anybody getting upset? Not enough space. Too much slope. We hate you. Okay, right, well, we're going to have to go straight across. That's the only way it's going to work at all. Go on. There we go. It'll go across like that. And we'll go, okay, that's good enough. I mean, the hump would have been better right in the middle there. Well, do you want to do it properly? Yeah, let's do it properly. Let's do something properly just to round out the episode today. So this is this is another major project. This is once again, we are sallying forth and aiming to build a full route. Now, I've got the game on pause. It's going to remain on pause until I actually need to start moving either buses or trains or whatever. But my plan is, well, my hope is that I can do the whole thing with without having to unpause. Right, have I got the middle of this piece of road? Probably about there. Probably about here? What do you think? A little bit further. There we go. Not enough space. There is enough space now. Okay, right, well, second stab means that the bridge has got to go higher. And you've still put one pillar in. Oh, well, that will do then, won't it? And what should we do here? Let's not do that. Go do something like this, right? And connect that on there. Give the AI a kind of a fighting chance at working out a good route here. Take that round. In fact, I don't think that's even necessary. We don't need that. That's fine. People can build houses down here and they will be happy. Or else. And because I like the appearance of it, I'm going to try and put a flat road down there. Right, out a bit more. Nope. Out a bit more. That's more than I'd prefer, if I'm honest. Come on, I want a road running directly in parallel with the station. Because, or do I? Or do I want to move it out far enough so that people can get houses in there? Well, obviously you do. Right, okay, so if we want people to build houses there, then all we do is we build the road next to the road. Yeah. Like that. And then get rid of that bit. There you go, housing estate, ready to happen. I'm pretty sure I've left enough space there. Pretty sure. But, you know, when am I anything other than pretty sure that something's going to work? You've known me long enough by now to appreciate the fact that, you know, I make all of this stuff up as it goes along, and sometimes it works. Okay, so then we just need to go over the track here. No, wait. Do over the track first, which is going to lead you to having to delete some of it, which typically, that will delete, you know, back until the dawn of time. So let's put some points on. Actually, to finish off, I know what I wanted to do to finish off today. There you go, let's put those on there, and then you can delete a short a bit. And it's not the money saving. It's not about, you know, oh, it's going to cost me £4 extra to delete all of that and then relay it. No, 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 none of that. It's all about I've got the line right where it is currently. Of course, doing this particular method leaves you with these ugly little chunky sections on the end that you then have to smooth out because your obsession with smooth landscape dictates that you must. Right, train track, give me track, thank you. Straight across here, it's going to work first time. How can the slope possibly be too high? What in the world are you talking about? See, look, it's got no issues going in the opposite direction. Strange and foolish game. Right, bash that onto there. What? Why have we developed a wiggle here? Oh, right. Okay, so that was for nothing then. Right, we're going to have to delete back a bit further. Then smooth the flaming ground out. So smooth all of that out, because otherwise you'll be left with a lip that you can't handle once you've actually got the track in place. Thanks for nothing. Alright, next time around, remind me that, you know, we don't actually care about having to delete a bit more track. You're going to have to do it anyway, so you might as well get on with it. Otherwise you end up with a kink in your track like that, and you end up glaring at it from now until, you know, eternity. Well, that's taken the shine off it. Right, let's build that out there. People of Skelton, get building fever. I have made it easy for you to do so. Building fever, right around here. I need to do something with that. Tram tracks and what have you. Right, okay, so, just to finish off, we now want to merge these two gracefully, that's the key word here, gracefully onto this. And I think it's never going to need to go out that way, so we can just... I want to keep the speed as high as possible. And the critical bit is that, actually, let's do that first. The critical bit is getting across this piece of road. Oh, or do I want to do something more grandiose than that? Interesting. Let's put the crossing back in. And then, because the game doesn't remember your options, let's go back to the crossing and upgrade it to be one where cars are actually forced to stop. Thank you. Right, so the grandiose that I was thinking of is, what about building a rail bridge over the top while mid-curve and coming down on the other side and going, ha ha ha, feats of engineering. Except it's not really going to work. So let's... if we take the track up a bit, so that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, so doing some kind of curve where it ends up flattening out over there. I think the odds of me being able to pull that off are remote. I'll be honest. So what have we got here? We've got 157 slowdown. Okay, no, that's okay. That's okay. That's not too much. We'll get this track as close to the crossing as possible. So you're going to come in over here. 166. Okay, that's even better than it was looking. And then that one's going to come in there. 152. Okay, the only reason that I'm accepting that curve is because that's quite a long section of route it's got there. So the slowdown that it has to do towards the end is offset by the amount of distance it gets to travel in the first place. That's the thinking anyway. Right, that's going to wrap it up for this time. So, much more engineering, track laying, surveying to be done, obviously. But next time around, what are we going to do? Well, let's actually connect Claycross to Deal. That's a good place to start. And then let's connect Southwick as well. Phew, there you go, that's the goal. We'll try and connect both of them. Thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Please like this video if you did like it. I mean, you've made it all the way to the end, so either you went off and did something else for 20 minutes or you actually sat there watching it. Either way, I'm happy, and you should press the like button. And you should subscribe, naturally, for more of the same. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Cheerio.